All right. So it is really late at night. Just got back from seeing Shang Chi. It is so good. Like, I love the MCU. And there are certain criticisms that can definitely be levied at the movies that we received in the first 10 years of the MCU. Like, the later movies, and I'm talking about things like Captain America Civil War, Captain America the Winter Soldier, Black Panther, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, those later movies really stepped the game up visually, um, the way in which the characters were written, the way in which music was incorporated into the movie to bring you into the world. And it was fantastic. Those are some of my favorite MCU movies. But holy shit, Shang-Chi is good. Shang-Chi is really fucking good. Um there are I'm a sucker for good audio. Like I'm a really really big sucker for not only great audio production but also great picks for song choices in a movie. It's one of the reasons why I love Black Panther and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 and 2, and even to a weird extent, Winter Soldier. Like, when Bucky first drops down and you hear, like, that Winter Soldier theme, like, start up, and you know, like, shit's about to start happening. Absolutely love it. Shang-Chi took that to the absolute next level. The visuals are great. The fights are fantastic. These are definitely some of the best choreographed fights that the MCU has probably ever had. And I say that because of the fact that Daredevil and Iron Fist are no longer a part of the universe. But even then, Shang-Chi completely takes those fights and sets it to like 11. When he's throwing hands with ninjas and assassins and dude with the blade, and even when he's throwing hands with the Mandarin towards the end, fucking dope. I love every single second of that. Um, and it also surprised me. I really went into this thinking that the Mandarin was going to be a one-dimensional villain, where it's like, I want world domination and blah blah blah. Like a lot of it's. I thought he was gonna be like a lot of throwaway MCU villains. Like he was gonna be like a Ronin or a Alexander Pierce, where they exist basically for villainy. The character has no depth outside of the fact that, ooh, I'm evil. But that wasn't the case at all. The Mandarin has multiple layers. When you're watching the movie, there's even a part where you can understand his plight, and I absolutely fucking love that. I love when directors can get you into the mind of the villain, where you can understand where the villain is come from, where the villain is coming from, and you can agree that I would do anything in order to achieve that goal that they're after. But at the exact same time, there's that part in the back of your brain which is like, this plan is also batshit fucking insane. Like it's crazy. Like you're gonna hurt like a lot of people in order to like chase after and go after this goal. So I'm definitely a fan of the fact that the MCU is writing deeper villains. I love deeper villains. Like a villain that can get inside your head, who can sit with you for a really long time, where you wouldn't actually mind if Marvel decided one day to like give this character a spin-off set in the past. Absolutely dope. The lore is great. I loved all of the new things that are introduced. There's a lot of comedy in this. And I can't remember the name of, she's not somebody that I'm familiar with. A lot of people are familiar with her. She has like the super weird name. It's the, I don't even want to, Shang-Chi's best friend. I liked her character to a certain extent because at first I feel as though her character started off as like the loud, funny character, and I was like, oh no. But then as the movie went on, like, I don't know, I got like strangely attached to her character. Like, she's more or less she's more or less our insight into the world. How a regular person like us would react to being like thrusted into the MCU, and I absolutely love it. Like, at the end of the movie, I enjoyed her character 100%. His sister is also super rad and dope. Everything about this movie, I didn't feel as though this movie wasted any character. And if they did, it left me with questions and wanted them to come back. Like, we saw the Wong and Abomination fight scene. When the Abomination fight scene was over, there's something else that happens, and you're like, wait, hold on. No, don't go. Like, answer the questions that I have. So I'm hoping that we're supposed to be seeing Wong and Abomination again in the future. I think they said Abomination is going to be in the She-Hulk movie, and Wong is going to, of course, be in the Multiverse of Madness, and I believe he has a cameo in... It's because it's late. I've completely forgotten the name. No Way Home. So, where do we go now? Shang-Chi definitely leaves us on, like, a lot of questions, which is a good thing, because it makes it so that you're super excited for what's going to be coming later inside of the MCU. Because you're sitting there and you're like, Kang is definitely the next big villain. He is the Thanos that we are moving towards. And when you're watching this movie and you see the setups at the end, like, you're trying to figure out where exactly this ties back into Kang, and how exactly this ties into the greater multiverse, and how about this, and what about What If, and what about that. And it's great. Like, I love the fact that there's a movie that you can sit down and you can enjoy, that you can get completely lost in the mysticism in every way, shape, and form. And when you're lost in the mysticism all the way at the end, when you're sitting there, you completely get to see these hints that are being dropped for where exactly the series is going to go. So Shang-Chi definitely ranks up there. It ranks up there probably, I would put it in my top 10. Maybe my top 6. I would definitely put it in my top 6. It maybe just barely inches into my top 6 in front of Black Panther. And don't pick up your pitchforks. I love Black Panther. But there are definitely MCU movies that I enjoy more than Black Panther. Shang-Chi just edges it out. And I really hope people go and check it out, because this movie is fucking dope. But that's it. I don't even really know if I would call this a review. It's more or less because it's fresh in my mind. There are so many videos that, like, I want to talk about and go over in the next couple days, because they're all going to be like crazy Mandarin videos, 10 Ring videos, talking about the ending of the movie. This next couple days are going to be an absolute blast. Peace.